So in this video, I will be showing you how to run your first Facebook ad if you've never done it before, which wants to run an ad for best results. So work with me. Come to your account, go to ad, click that ad, and then you have different options. But first, I want to run it through a different ad account. So instead, I will wait for this campaign bar to load so that I can see the options that I want to see. Okay, so I want to run it through one of my business pages, which is a Wealthy Canadian blog. And yes, then I can create. So there are different options when it comes to running adverts. You can have lead aware. You have awareness for traffic, for engagement, for leads, for app promotion, and for sales. So in this instance, I believe I'm talking mainly to people that have businesses trying to generate leads, nurture those leads, get their emails and phone numbers so that they can contact them at a later time. I'll go with leads and continue. So you have the option of choosing the tailored lead campaign or the manual setup. I'm an old school guy. I'll go with the manual setup, to be honest. So let's continue. And then your ad is launched or started. So you have three sides to your ad. You have the campaign, the ad sets, and the lead ad itself. So the campaign is like the campaign name. So I'll just write test new campaign, list campaign. Okay, test two new lead campaign, right? And if I have, there are certain categories that if you are making ads for, when you declare them, your ads are, you can be very flexible in running those ads. You have a fixed audience to run those ads to, and that's because they're trying to avoid discrimination. So if it's for credit, employment, housing, or social issues, Facebook is trying to ensure that you don't discriminate. And because I'm already at many of all those things, I will ignore those things. And for this page, you pretty much have nothing to do other than moving on to the next page. And so we have the ad sets. And so the ad set is where we're going to describe the ad we're running. We name this as test two. And that's how we're going to describe and go into details of who we're targeting, the behavior, and what this ad is going to show. So you can see from this part of my screen that you have 29 million to 34.1 million people that will see this ad because this is zero targeting. This is just a straight ad I'm just trying to test, but we're going to streamline it further down. So I'm going to use instant forms. If you have a website that you're going to pick these leads from, you can do that. But I'm using instant form, which is like filling a form out in Facebook. And when they fill that form in Facebook, though your customers or your audience will not have to leave Facebook to provide their information. I don't know if you get that. And you're going to be asked for a page. You can't run a Facebook ad without using a Facebook page. So I'm using my business page here, the Wealthy Canadian blog. And for this performance goal, to be honest, there's really little or no difference in these two. Well, you can try this for a different, or let's just leave it with the maximized number of leads. I think this is a simpler approach, you know. So cost per goal, result goal is an optional item. You don't need to include it. And then here you're going to determine your budget. If you're just starting out your running ad, I'll suggest you use like a 5 Canadian dollars or US dollars as the case may be. Even though Facebook is telling me that I'm gonna have zero leads, let's just skip that for now and keep scrolling and choose your start and end dates. So if you want to choose an end date, that's fine. But if you don't want to, you can stop at any time. And then if you want to do budget scheduling, I don't normally touch that. Locations, I can come here and choose where I want my ads to show. If I want to just show in specific areas in Canada, like if I want to let it show in Toronto, for instance, I can just search locations and it brings that up for me. Now you see that my audience has reduced. This actually shows me the number of people in Toronto, which is about 5.3 to 6.3 million. And I can go over to my placements. So let's go to now we have a limited amount of targeting here. You can choose as many locations as you want to choose. I can choose Calgary, which is another location. But if I don't want to choose, I mean, this increases the number of people that are being targeted and my number of the reach where my people are going to see my adverts. Okay, so I don't be belabor that point. We have the advantage audience. I typically like to switch back to the regions to regional audience selection, so I'm more flexible in choosing who is going to see my ad. So right now I have more options to choose. So if I maybe I just want to target people that are from say 30 and above or 25 and above, for instance, this reduces my audience. Then I can say I want to target just men, for instance, right? And you can look for your demographics, your interest, and behavior. So let's say I'm looking for business owners. I can see that as an interest. I can also come up, click on this link for Facebook, give me suggestions. I can see small business owners. I can look for entrepreneurship and finance. As I'm doing all this, my estimated audience size is reducing, and I like that because my ad could be more targeted. So you can browse up more suggestions and interests as the case may be, but I will just leave it. Oh, let's this I can I saw something that I thought maybe I was gonna owner and CEO, for instance. That's fine. Just putting that in there for putting in there six. Then you have to look at the placements. What do you want this as to be shown? And let's scroll a bit. I can edit this to allow manual placement so that I can choose where the ad's going to be shown. Currently, it's shown through Facebook, Audience Network, and Instagram. I can remove Audience Network from the fray and let it show on Facebook and Instagram, or even just on Facebook or even on Instagram. It depends. So I have 1.8 to 2.1 million audience, which I think is okay. And yeah, Facebook is telling me I won't get any leads from this, but I doubt that. But let's go on. This is just for me to show you how this works. So go to the next page. Now I have test two leads, just keeping with the naming convention. Already I have a page that's going to be shown, which is my Worthy Canadian blog page. And I can choose to put an image or a video on this, or I can choose a carousel if I want to, right? So, so I'm going to keep that. If I went to do like an image, I could have gone here and edit my media to add maybe a new image or turn into a video. But I'll be doing that for here. You can go ahead and do it in your own trial. And let's just assume I'm just selling shirts. So this my shirt is what I'm up for sale. Funny. So I get this to be very optimized so that it shows clearly on all platforms. This is 7/7. I'm good with that. And then I can call my primary text. I can say 50% off on all our shirts this Valentine. So this is then it gives me different things. I can select variations of the text so that it could appeal to my audience more. This is all AI stuff. I can put a headline there. Get the best shirts in the world. This is obviously outrageous, but I'm just using that for simplicity's sake. Description could be Canadian bespoke shirts made for you, yada yada yada. And the call to action could be book now if I want to, right? Because I'm sending them to a form, and I've created a lot of forms here in the past. I can just show you how to create one form right at the back. I can just say test2 new shirts form, right? And I can leave it at more volume. I can put an intro question, um, get, and you see the updates on the other side of the screen. Get, um, get the best shirts. Please, these are just me coming up with this in my head. So you when you have to do yours, describe. I can say fill out the form to order your bespoke shirts, and then you can set in questions. So already this form has his name and email and phone number, or email and first name or full name is what they put. You can add your own questions if you want to add additional questions, and you can choose the type of questions you want to add, multiple, short answer, conditional questions. It's up to you, right? And what I will just add in addition to this is just phone number, just in case I want to get more information from this person. And that's about it. And I can go to the privacy. I can just put a link to my website. I mean, you should have a privacy page on your website. Facebook requires that when you want to advertise. I can just put privacy policy. Okay. And completion. Yes, you have at this point, this is the last part of the form, and you can get them to call you or ask them to download something from you. But I'll just tell them to view my website, and I'll just say view or a member of our sales team will reach out to you shortly. Okay, and I can put my website here. Okay, it's going to be here instead. So this is me describing a button. So I'll take this over here. Okay. So when you're done with all this, your ad is pretty much ready to go. Let's see if there's any error. Okay, we have just one error to fix. You can say fill out your information. Okay, so after this, we're pretty much done. I can create my form, and yes, my ad is ready to run. And what I'll just do from here is publish, and wait for it to load. And that's about it. My campaign, one ad set and one ad were published, and I can just go to my dashboard to see everything is good. Okay, so tell me, did you like this video? Leave me a comment, and let me know if you have any problem struggling with your ads. Thank you.